What's up, LaSalle? Welcome to WEXPtv for February 12th. I'm Aiden Latendra with Jake DeLuca.
Winter Sports are preparing for their playoff push, and the theater crew is getting ready for their upcoming spring musical in March.
Our robotics team, Team 5181, is in the middle of their build season and approaching competition season. Ethan Edwards stopped down to the new robotics lab to check in on the progress.
From our cell phones in our pockets, to the personal home assistants such as OK Google and the Amazon Alexa in our homes, to the rising new technologies such as self-driving cars, advanced package sorting machines, drones, programmed robotic dogs, and full-on human-like robots, it's safe to say robotics is paving the way for a significantly advanced and automated world. Many of the people who designed, coded, and built many of the most innovative robots have started their careers in high school robotics teams. To further understand what high school robotics is, I went down to the LaSalle Robotics shop and interviewed some of the members of the LaSalle Robotics team. The first thing you should know about the robotics team is that the point of robotics is to compete robots against each other by overcoming a series of challenges. Challenges such as moving game pieces, navigating obstacles, or climbing up different platforms. I spoke with a couple members of the team to discuss what robotics is all about and the different teams LaSalle has.
FTC is for freshmen and sophomores. We have two FTC teams. One is exclusively for freshmen and the other is exclusively for sophomores. But then the FRC team is for anyone in the school. Basically, if you're a senior or a junior, you can have a more leading role. But definitely freshmen and sophomores participate on the team. They get a chance to be in leadership roles in FTC where they can't in FRC.
It's very student driven, especially at LaSalle. There's a lot. We have mentors, of course, like Mr. Patel, Mr. McDowell, Mr. Rose, but a lot of the students are running things. Like the teams are headed by different students.
LaSalle Robotics competes in two different competitions. One's called the First Robotics Competition, and the other is called the First Tech Challenge. The First Tech Challenge is kind of lower level. The robots are much smaller.
I help with driving the bot primarily. I've been working with the programming team where we're testing out different things with different sensors. We're basically like playing video games, but in real life with a thing right in front of you.
As the drive coach, I manage the drive team. Basically, I coordinate with other drive teams at competitions because we play in an alliance.
We learn a lot of new things. Like I didn't really know much coming in. I've learned a lot of different skills. We try out different mechanisms, do a lot of things. We get 6 weeks to do that. In those 6 weeks, we have to be able to build the bot, to do what we want, program it, and be able to drive it.
So we're definitely farther along than we normally are. Our robot definitely has a lot more potential than it's ever had.
Our swimming dynasty continues its dominance in the pool, finishing the regular season undefeated once again. Next up, the Explorers will be competing for their 31st PCL championship in a row this weekend at LaSalle University. How do they do it every year? Let's head to the pool to find out.
What's going on, LaSalle? Joseph Wilbur here with Coach Duncheski and DJ Comerford of the swim team. So LaSalle Swimming just defeated St. Joe's Prep to finish the regular season undefeated. Coach, tell us a little bit about how the season went. What challenges did the team have to face to get to this point?
I think it comes down to the day in, day out training grind that we go through throughout the course of the year, and it's a lot mental. These guys were great, rising to the occasion. What the coaching staff threw at them, and again, it's the physical part, but then it's also the mental part. And these guys absolutely rose to the occasion for this season.
All right, question for you, DJ. How does it feel being part of such a strong team? Do you feel pressures to keep up the tradition of consistent success?
There's no pressure, really. Just pushing each other in the pool every day at practice, I think that's enough, and I think it's hard not to keep up the tradition.
All right, question for you, Coach. What is the hardest part of keeping up 30-plus straight years of winning?
I think as DJ said, it's not one single person. I've been proudly a part of that tradition as a swimmer here first, and then as a coach for I think 25 out of those 30 years. And so what we preach here is team. And it's no pressure on one particular person that they have to carry a group all year, have to carry a group through a meet, have to carry anybody through championships, but it's all strength in numbers. So it's really that kind of that synergy that flows through the team, and quite frankly, it kind of makes everything, a lot easier, instead of it just being one person, which would make it a lot harder.
All right, question for you, DJ. How is this year's team different from previous years? As a senior, how has the team dynamic changed from when you first started?
Well, Joe, I think our goal has stayed the same, which is to set goals, like go to work, and just push ourselves to the best we can be. But I will say that I've noticed that our team is definitely more cohesive than in years past, and I think that's going to prove to be beneficial for us in the PCL championships, district championships, and the state championships.
All right, last question, Coach. What does the rest of the swimming year look like?
So we have PCL championships coming up next Friday and Saturday over President's Day weekend. During that same time at the evening, we have our District 12 championships as well. So we swim in the morning, which is great as a group, and then we swim at night, as the district championships. Those kids that swim in the districts, that's their pathway to get towards states. And, as you look around the banners of the room, it's something that we always kind of keep our eye on, kind of winning that next state championship. It gets tougher every year. We're up against teams like North Allegheny, North Penn. But again, I think we have a really, really strong group of guys, and I'm looking forward to next weekend and then in March.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of your season, guys.
Thanks, Joe.
Finally this week, the spring musical, Chicago, is coming up March 14th through the 17th. The guys and girls on the show have been rehearsing. What about the guys behind the scenes? Jeff Adamo caught up with Mr. Hearn to get a look behind the curtain.
Yeah, so stage crew this year I have rostered 32 students who are involved in stage crew spanning all 4 grade levels. We have a handful of seniors that are our leaders in the stage production of Chicago musical. And our specific challenges in this during this play, they still have not received their roles yet specifically, but there are actually less stage changes in this play than plays in the past. A lot of the action and a lot of the set stays anchored throughout the entire production, and that is because it also includes having the musicians sit amongst the actors as well. This year, most of the planning has gone into just making sure we have the proper amount of platforms for the amount of musicians and where the musicians are going to be placed in relation to where the actors are going to be placed. So this play particularly the challenges are more structural and space. All the platforms that you've shown, they are at various levels. They all have to have safe access to them, as well as safety once they're on platforms, because we have a back platform, for instance, that's 7 feet high and almost 32 feet long and 4 feet wide. There's a number of staircases that need to be built, which is an additional challenge. And just an overall safety and structure are things that we have to think about in order for the actors and the musicians to feel safe and be safe while they're performing.
Get your tickets online now for the spring musical. The shows will sell out, so don't wait until the last minute.
Thanks for watching. Good luck to all our teams this week. Hail LaSalle.